Welcome back to VideoGamer and Resero Network's continued coverage of E3 2018. My name is Colm Ahern, and with me at this time is the wonderful Dan Webb.
Hello.
And the equally as wonderful Alice Bell.
Hello.
Joining us later in a while will be Rich Walker, but also with us right now on the desk, the producer extraordinaire. It's Dean Abdou.
Dean Cam. Woo, Dean Cam.
Excellent.
Dean Cam.
I'm on the Red Bull because it's 4 o'clock in the evening. In the morning,
morning,
whatever
morning.
the fucking, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
It's gone a bit strange.
We have not had any drugs. Just want to point that out. That's a weird thing to say, but
Just taurine.
yeah, that's just dangerous, man.
Yeah, when you have a lot of it at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
it's probably
We are
ill-advised.
seriously testing the recommended dose that you don't exceed 2 Pro Plus every 3 hours. So
You don't have more than
that's
one
how
Red Bull every 3
hardcore we
hours.
are at Resero and VideoGamer.
We are.
So we've just watched Bethesda's E3 2018 press conference. Before we delve into the show proper, what did you think? Like, don't give me scores or anything like that yet. We'll get to that at the end, but happy overall?
Yes, but it was the weirdest fucking start ever. Like, in terms of press conferences and the weird shit that happens on stage, that was just like weird to start with. Just like, hey, here's a video about families, which is in your drinking game thing, right?
I think I might have deleted it because I thought they surely won't do it a second year in a row.
But they did.
Yes.
And then there was like a little concert, and then it was just like, "Rah!" for the next bit, and then it was like,
Yeah,
and then it was like, "Rah!"
It was a little bit messy at the start. We had people running across and camera
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, we will in a second as well.
I was
but
well fucking triggered when Willits and Magnus, or I think what his name was, were talking. There was a mic in shot, and I'm like, just fucking move.
not
the
on Dan
mic.
Webb's watch.
You know what I mean? Look, there's nothing. It's just like you can see a bottle of
It
water.
was-
That's okay. That's all right. That's
it was
natural.
Yeah, it's one of those conferences where if you explain it to someone who doesn't know anything about games or E3, it does make us sound like an insane kind of
Clown posse.
Yeah, like first of all, there was a bit about people's kids, and then Andrew WK did a song. And the audience weren't into it, and then
It was the best. It was the fucking best. Dean, Producer Dean, can you bring up footage of the Andrew WK song?
it was
Just the crowd that we can
Because
see.
the crowd were amazing.
because it always happens whenever they have a live. It's
Yeah.
happened before. They have live musical acts, and the crowd just aren't into it. But for some reason, I just became hysterical watching that.
Like, if you just
Yeah.
search for the conference itself,
Or Dean,
if you can find it.
Dean, if you go to our live stream
And
on
just
Video
rewind
Gamer
back.
Now, and just rewind.
And,
Yeah.
like
because it was brilliant.
It was amazing.
Andrew was giving it absolute sucks, and the
Video
crowd
Gamer
were just
on YouTube.
not interested.
not
at
having
all.
it, and then an actual Viking announced a game. Well, not announced a game, but introduced some gameplay footage with a man who was like literally 2 foot shorter than him.
The crowd enjoyed that as well.
Yeah. And then at the end, a developer came on.
It's
and-
okay, Dean. It's alright.
It's okay.
Just Video Gamer, get the exact stream that we're on now, and just rewind it an hour. About an hour and a half now, right?
yeah.
And then, a developer came on and did a sort of 20-25 minute live at the Apollo stand-up set
Yeah, right. It
about
was,
his games. Like,
yeah, it was kind of weird.
Todd Howard was definitely trying out his new material this evening.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think we're bringing up footage now of. That was the
Hello there,
countdown to
folks,
the
and
actual
welcome to
conference
Resero
itself.
we have
Network.
Pete
I'm
Hines.
just walking
Yeah,
with me
it's a
today
little bit
again
after
is
that.
Dan
Just
Webb.
after all
Hello,
that.
everybody.
Yeah, after all
Rich,
that,
Rich,
then Pete
that's
Hines
what we're
comes
doing.
on.
Family
Keep
We're
going,
doing
keep going,
playing
keep going,
Jurassic
keep
World
going.
Evolution
And
But
then
not just
Andrew
that.
came on.
Specifically, what are we doing?
Yeah,
this
keep
Stuff
going,
was
keep
going
going.
There he is.
There he is.
Later Island. This is
Yeah,
Isla
like,
Muertos.
Rich,
Oh, the
what
crowd-
is going
Look
on?
at him.
Just
Because I know
everything
you
down.
and I
we'll
were
let
like,
everything
Everything's
T-Rex
going
out.
wrong.
We'll let a T-Rex out. We're
So-
gonna
What
see what happens.
This is a late segment.
Yes, I know. We referenced him even before
Yeah.
in the pre-show, but
But
still,
we
it was
were
like
still like,
weren't expecting him to
this
actually
isn't
come
real.
out.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. They had given the crowd some like glow sticks or something as well.
Glow sticks.
But still,
Look how into it he is.
Heroin.
He's been wearing the same outfit for what, 20 years now.
he's a fan of the all-white ensemble.
He
isn't
really
he?
is. A beautiful head of hair. The drummer hasn't got any shoes on, which I'm always a fan of.
Yeah, yeah.
Because loads of drummers I know learned to play in their houses, which meant they were wearing socks, and now they can't drum properly with shoes on.
Oh, really?
And then Andrew was fucking doing the live piano and then fucking headbanging and just amazing, and we were all loving it in the studio. And then it will always cut to the shot of like a woman looking cross in the audience.
Like she's texting. She's like texting her mate going, what the fuck is going on?
And I understand, like, in fairness, it will be a lot of jet-lagged, like, people from all over the world and stuff who weren't expecting a small Andrew WK concert.
But still, I feel like if that's what you get...
Look at the Matt, he's giving you everything.
Exactly.
Give him something back.
You know, a little bit of applause, perhaps. Maybe even throw up the horns.
There was some tentative banging, but, like...
But look at the faces in the background. Most of them is just disbelief.
There was a great shot, I don't know, somewhere here. Because the thing is, they kept on going to the crowd, and I was like, don't go to the crowd.
Because they're just filming it and looking cross.
That's making it...
Look at
her face, look at her face. She's like, what is going on?
She was what set me off before. I can't, but I know, like, I would have been on my fucking feet for Andrew WK, who is genuinely a treasure.
It's a bit strong, that, Alice.
He's a lovely boy. He
He
wants to have fun. That's all he
wants to party hard, and he's actually very wholesome and positive.
Yeah, he's genuinely a motivational speaker. Yeah. He does that on the side of his rocking.
Well, he needed to motivate the audience because none of them are into it.
Fair point.
But what more can he do, you know?
Yeah. I feel like we've probably given Andrew WK more.
But really, he was the most significant part of the whole thing.
Yeah, that is true. So Andrew WK then brought us on nicely to Rage 2. When we referenced the big Viking man and the very small man.
Tim Willett's like old school id, right?
Yeah.
Like I think he goes all the way back to Doom.
Yeah, and it
did
work
with like
Carmack and Romero. And,
it did look very Doom from the gameplay, like
massive.
Well, that's the thing.
There was something that you said that I thought summed it up perfectly.
Oh, I said it's like Borderlands fucked Doom, and its baby had a mohawk.
Like. Like that was perfect. That should be on the box.
Yeah, it's like proper colourful Doom. Like even the I can't remember what they were. Was it executions in Doom?
Yeah.
The whatever it would be, like sticking the
oil.
It looked like there was that in it. There was one point where the I was going to call him Doomslayer. What's the Walker is the Rage 2 character.
It's in Texas,
they
right?
got a...
He's a ranger.
But at one point in the trailer it says something about Ranger Walker or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he's definitely called Walker, because I had to rewind to check that. I was like, oh, fucking Rich is going to love this.
He's going to be all over it.
Yeah.
But think of the potential in terms of videos.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it just it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
That's Rich coming from me.
Yeah. There's one point where the character gets, I think the ability was called Shatter.
Looks fantastic, by the way.
And they're like, I think the Shatter I think that was when they were able to like basically punch enemies into the air. There was like a ground and pound thing. Like if you can push it on just a touch, Dean, it was sort of...
I think this is different to what they... Oh,
no,
this
is the same.
Christ,
yeah, because there was even that thing. There was like if you see it, you can drive it.
It was a
so we got a bit of that. Yeah. And we got
the seamless open world as well.
Yeah, and just madness. But like the pace of it was like proper fast, quick. I suppose that's the id influence. I suppose
so fast, just the speed.
And
of it.
the grenades,
because like he used it indoors as well, and it stuck him to the ceiling, didn't it? It was like, it was fantastic.
So quick, like that shooting down the barrel there. That's so Doom.
Yeah,
so Doom.
But it's very ragey as well, with all the different mechanics and stuff, like the gadgets and stuff, and just it's as if, like you said, Doom
into it, and also. Very cosplayable as well. I feel like people will already be making the outfits with the hair and the.
And also, as we spotted during it, very clever little way to stick in the collector's edition with the weird talking heads. Like what was it? Do you remember the singing fish?
Yeah, Billy Bass.
That's
I didn't pick up on that. I just thought it was a trailer in the middle of.
That was it's a genuine.
I didn't look at the end.
It's a real trailer for the collector's edition.
Yeah. Clever. You know, you have to hand it to him.
Well
there you go,
lads.
They kind of stuck to the ceiling with that kind of grab bomb. But then you got the. It just looks great.
I think after seeing it in action properly, I am sold.
Yeah, me too.
I'm looking forward to
I like that slide mechanic as well. That's so Doom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I used to do in Doom. Just run around, slide, and kick them, and then there's the ground pound, and
it looks really cool.
Yeah,
looks really good.
I'm sold.
So that is out in spring 2019,
which is sooner than I kind of expected, considering. Well, Walmart leaked it, and then they announced it, and then.
I hope that they knew the release date was going to be the 22nd of February, and then they said, maybe we'll just say spring, and then we'll choose afterwards.
Because since we've talked about the 22nd of Feb, which was Days Gone, Crackdown, and Anthem, Metro Exodus has also been given a February the 22nd release date.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is going on in this industry? 4 of next year's possibly biggest games out on the same day.
They must all talk to each other at some point. Like, do they not go,
GDC,
lads, we were thinking
why not?
Just get pissed up in the W Hotel bar, when you're releasing your game 22nd of Feb. Oh, fuck us too. We'll swap it.
Yeah, we'll go the week before, after. We'll figure it out, Let's all...
I can't believe
let's not cannibalise the thing,
And they're not just average games. 4 massive games. Anthem and Metro, huge. Crackdown, well, we'll never know. Well, we hopefully will, but...
but it's an Xbox One exclusive,
it is. And then Days Gone, obviously, Sony have been putting a lot of kind of effort and, promotion behind that. So, 4 games one day. And then hopefully this will be April. Hi, Rich!
We have the wonderful Rich Walker joining us now. As Rich, we are discussing...
I just had a vision of Rich just dragging his leg and just taking the camera out there. That
would happen. He's done it to a light.
Yeah, he has done
Rich,
it to a
I
light.
know it's late.
Yes.
But can you get your... And I know you didn't get your Sports Direct
I
DLC.
didn't get my Sports Direct mug thing, sorry.
But
yeah.
Can you get excited for your namesake in Rage 2?
Rage 2, yeah. Walker, the Last Ranger, yeah. Yeah, I'm well up for that. Look at it looks brilliant. Dean, doesn't that trailer look good? What was it you saying it looks like?
Dude, just leave yourself unmuted. It's not like you're talking.
I mean, I don't want to burp down the mic.
Please don't.
Just don't burp down the mic then. You can look away from the mic and burp.
Red Bull fucks me up.
But anyway, I think Alice summed it up when she said it looked like Borderlands fuck Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much,
We've
right?
literally just said that.
It's worth reiterating.
I'm very busy.
I was writing news, I can't do both.
Well, where's the
Order! Come on, I know it's late. So after
writing the news.
After Rage 2, we got Elder Scrolls Legends, which is the card game. I know we were talking about card games beforehand. Elder Scrolls Legends was out on PC and mobile last year, sometime in 2017, and it is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch this year. Good.
Moving swiftly.
Cards.
Then we went on to the Elder Scrolls Online, and there was a lot of this is where it was sort of the conference was maybe lagging a little bit.
If you think about the conference as a whole, it was like perfect peaks and troughs. Right?
Peaked at the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah.
With Andrew WK.
Well,
rocking out.
We literally spent the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes of this just rewatching and seeing audience reactions.
Everyone, there was one guy who's just like...
That was 50% of the audience, I think. Yeah.
It was absolutely glorious.
But for every amazing game announcement there was something meh after, and then, or not meh, but not as big, and it did that throughout the entire thing.
No, I feel like it was peaked, and then there was quite a long middling bit, and then anyway.
To a point.
Look at that,
Elder Scrolls Online. There was chat about Somerset. That's out now, and then there was Wolf Hunter, which I missed this.
Elder Scrolls Online does a new DLC every quarter, and the next 2 ones we're going to get Wolf Hunter, which is a werewolf themed kind of dungeon DLC, and then a story DLC called Murkmire, which is to do with the Argonians, the cool lizard people. So that's your next 6 months, I guess.
Cool. So then we got a proper actual sequel to Doom.
Yes.
Called Doom Eternal.
We didn't think we'd get it, and there it was.
We didn't. No.
Called it again. Just call me Mystic Meg.
Why do you think they didn't call it Doom 2?
maybe it's not a full sequel.
Well, no, like, I
perhaps?
mean, they said, no, all we got was a quick little trailer, got the logo, but whomever it was on stage, and like they used the word sequel, like they didn't at any stage.
The first thing he said, wasn't it? 'Cause I wrote it there.
They didn't at any stage say this is like standalone DLC or some sort of spin-off or anything. This is a true sequel. They mentioned that it's a more powerful Doomslayer, more demons, twice as many demons actually. And he said something like, "Do you want to see what Hell on Earth is like?" And like, well, this is it.
Yes, this is it. It was like, we just saw it. It's like, do you want to see? Oh, well, that trailer was pretty much it. So
Like, so we're seeing more in August at QuakeCon.
Yes.
Which I know put a bit of a downer in the office above. People were like, "Oh, okay,
Fuck, man.
all right." I was hoping to maybe see more now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing this is a ways off, because for that very reason, we're not going to see more until August. And there was no date or anything, was there?
No.
There was
Nothing.
just that's all we got.
Yep.
But at least we have confirmation that there is a new Doom coming. Then there was something about Quake Champions.
Esports shit.
There's a free trial starting now for the next week, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, I'm thinking of something else. But yeah.
So Quake Champions has a free-to-play version of it, where I think you don't get access to all the characters or something maybe. But now there's like a free trial.
Yeah.
Which, if you download it this week, they said you'll be able to keep playing it free even after the trial is over. But they didn't say past release or how long for, or really clarify exactly what that means. But yeah, it's a weird one. But yeah, this week, go download.
Go wild!
Quake Champions, I guess.
Then we got Prey news, and quite a lot of it. There's a decent number of updates and DLC announcements and stuff. So, first of all, there's 3 new updates available as of... So all the Prey stuff is available now.
Yeah.
Bar Typhon Hunter, which we'll get onto in a second. So there are 3 new modes to the game. It's late in the day. I'm really struggling to do the whole talking thing. So there is story mode.
This is confusing.
Story mode, right?
Because they said 3 new modes. I'm like, not just 3 modes. What's the new story mode?
So story mode is...
Oh, you actually know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is... Well, on the website, it says something to the effect of like, for those who enjoy narrative or whatever. So it sounds like a less challenging Prey.
So
whereas survival mode...
do the story.
Yeah.
Like play for the story.
Yeah, like survival mode then is a more challenging Prey. It's like your oxygen meter is less and there's, I don't know, it's basically harder. And there's New Game Plus as well, which is self-explanatory. Now, Moon Crash, the DLC, which is available now,
we can see
cost
that.
you... You can see it. Where can you see it? You can see it around here, somewhere around us.
Just surrounding us.
That is available now as well. And this is like a roguelike DLC where during the trailer it said like every life matters and whatever else, I don't know.
Sort of Groundhog Day on the moon.
Yeah. Like you play, I think it was a hacker called Peter. We didn't get a surname, sadly.
Is it Pekka?
Hopefully. Peter Schmeichel. As you can see in the trailer there, it's like every run is unique. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, if you like Prey, I'm guessing you like that. Also, later this year, Typhon Hunter will be available, which sounds very much like Evolve to me. It is
you like point at me when you
get out of shot, you bastard.
Whenever Colm's talking, get out the way.
I mean,
I like that rule, Dean.
Look at the fucking... Look, we've got a big fucking screen.
But I can't, like...
see the
Well,
screen.
you have to scan all the time.
When we're all talking, it's on the wide shot. When Colin is talking to us, it's on the top.
Typhon Hunter is this new DLC, and yeah, to me it sounds very much like Evolve. Get out of my shot anyway. So it's 1 player plays against 5 who will assume the role of mimics. Now, we didn't get to see anything on this or anything like that, but yeah, it's much better.
Sports Direct mode now, mate.
Well, if like some PC mods out there could do that for me.
Yeah, imagine that.
That would be nice.
Well,
please mod in the ability to be a giant
Sports Direct
mode.
Please.
Well, like 6 foot tall as well.
Yeah.
I wonder whether that's
human
real.
size.
That would be terrific.
But I wonder how that's going to work. But there's a VR thing coming as well, right?
Yes, there's some sort of VR mode as well. Not entirely sure what that's kind of entails.
It's Typhon. Hold on, there's a couple of VR stuff, isn't there?
There's the.
So Typhon Hunter is in VR as well later on in the year.
Right.
But then also they announced 2 VR things. On top of that, one was to do with like it's puzzle solving. It's like it sounded a little bit like Portal the way they were kind of describing it. But you're TranStar employees and you basically solve puzzles. And that was the VR. And then the other VR was tied in with something else. But I put it.
I think that's when my browser died.
So they
when that was
mentioned the
happening.
VR stuff after that. But I just put it all in with Prey. So I'd gone to the next thing before you talk about the other VR.
Okay, excellent. Then we got what we thought we were going to get, some sort of Wolfenstein spin-off. This one is called Wolfenstein Youngbloodz.
I see what they did there.
I don't. Explain it.
And now it's Youngblood.
Yeah. It stars BJ Blazkowicz's twin daughters. It is a co-op experience, and it's set in Paris. So next year. That's kind of all we got.
1980s Paris.
Yeah.
Did they show this trailer?
Yeah.
They did,
I completely missed this.
Yeah.
I think I was making tea.
or something, yeah.
That seems to be a common theme. Sorry, I missed this. I was making tea.
Co-op Wolfenstein. Did they confirm that? Can you play the solo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they? Right. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm up for it. I think that's cool. And you know, 2 women.
I know. Shocker.
Not my Wolfenstein.
Then there was confirmation of a Wolfenstein VR only game called Cyberpilot.
Yes.
This was when Pete Hines was on stage.
Yeah.
And this was continuing Bethesda's whole fuck the Nazis, because this was also after Jens from Machine Games had said something similar.
Kill the Nazis, fuck those guys. You fucked up loads of Nazis, yeah. Because they realised, so when they announced Wolfenstein with that amazing trailer, there were loads of people who were like, oh, it's got a black woman in it, meh, SJWs. And then they kind of lent into that and they were like, fine, and made all the PR like no more Nazis and fuck you and stuff. And then Pete Hines was like, did an interview where someone was like, do you think we're poking the hornet's nest? And he was like, maybe, but the hornet's nest is full of Nazis and fuck those guys. Yeah. So they obviously got like quite a big reaction from that, and so they're just going to keep doing it. So Pete Hines came on and was like, yeah, you play as a hacker who turns the Nazis kind of machines and war machines against them. And it, as part of like Bethesda's never-ending quest to bring their message of fuck Nazis to as many platforms as possible, and everyone was like, "Woo, fuck Nazi!"
Is there a cooler person in the games industry than Pete Hines?
Big Philly, clearly.
And also maybe the man who was on stage next.
But hold on though, neither of those would say fuck the Nazis on stage in front of 100,000 people.
Todd Howard was effing and jeffing.
Yeah, he dropped an F
all evening.
But he'd never say fuck the Nazis. Todd never likes to offend anyone.
He said the fucking glow-in-the-dark poster was
fucking
cool.
amazing.
He went aggressive with the glow-in-the-dark.
So fucking cool.
Then Todd Howard came out on stage and he came with an info dump.
Yeah.
Because after doing a stand-up routine, which was
15,
great.
20 minutes of stand-up.
Yeah, he was like, I was here at the first E3 and just went, I was like,
do you remember when E3 was a teenager and locked itself in its room?
Yeah, it was like, all right, Todd, I'm half enjoying this.
Yeah, and now everyone can take their alcohol now when they're 20 and they're, you know.
So yeah, as I say, dropped a massive bomb of information on us. With Skyrim, the serious, amazing edition, or whatever it was called, as this
the very special edition.
This was just a nice little kind of deviation from
poking fun
everything.
at itself.
Yeah. Like I think it was you, Alice, who was saying that like he was just Todd Howard, who is almost a meme unto himself.
Yeah.
Was like went super meme heavy here.
He was like, "Fuck you!" It basically disarmed the jokes that anyone can make
exactly,
for the rest of the year. And
like how many more things can they release Skyrim on? It's like, well, here's Alexa.
You know what? I'd kind of play that. if that was a real thing.
Well, there's a is it a Pac-Man game on Alexa, you know? And
Oh, is it
It's
really?
kind of like one of
Something
those
else?
old school text adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. Like, I genuinely hope
I
it's a
bet
real
you
thing.
there will be a groundswell for this.
They will, do
People
you know
will be
what I
like,
mean?
okay, I genuinely want to play Skyrim on the Alexa. So
Yeah, I could sit there, put some Skyrim tunes on, and just Alexa, let's go to Skyrim. You are approaching a bridge.
So yeah, then there was Fallout 76. Now a lot to unpack here. This went on for a bit. This was about 20
You
minutes.
didn't
or so,
even
wasn't
fucking
it?
say what it was for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, can we just
No.
point out that we were spot on though? Absolutely spot on.
Yeah. So it's an online game.
Yeah.
It is, I think the way Todd described it was a soft core survival game.
He did, yes.
Because he said, like, once you die, you don't lose
Yeah,
everything as such,
I
is
think
it?
I'll put that in there somewhere.
Um,
Around there?
I'm more interested in it now,
Yes.
based on what I heard and saw, than I was before.
And I was saying that I think that it's the kind of game that will translate better than like the Elder Scrolls Online, because like we were talking about, you don't feel the impact.
Well, it sounds
With
like
this,
you can
you
just
just
take
shoot
or
guns.
leave it
Yeah.
as well. You don't have to play it online if you don't want to.
No,
Right.
no, it's always online.
Yeah, but
But you don't have to
the
play with
option-
other people.
Yeah,
yeah,
can play
you,
solo.
you can play by yourself, and you can also. He mentioned that like it's not tens or hundreds of people you're playing with either. It's
But dozens? Did he say dozens?
I
was the
think he
word?
said. I think he said dozens. So to go
Yeah.
through some of the things that Todd mentioned, there is new lighting and landscape technology. There's 16 times the detail. There are 6 distinct regions. New Fallout creatures, some built on the actual West Virginia folklore. There, yeah, it's all online, as we say. Softcore survival. Death doesn't mean loss of progression of your character. Your what else?
Yeah, your character isn't locked to a server either.
Yes, yeah,
like
yeah.
in Rust and Conan and kind of survival games like that.
Mm-hmm.
What about progression when your settlements are nuked by other players?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they've basically added the ability for players to nuke other settlements.
I'm going to be such a dick in Fallout.
Well, you've got- it
This is
doesn't
what I
sound-
mean. It's people like him that ruin
Yeah.
online
Like,
experience.
do you know
It
what I
doesn't
mean?
sound
Like,
like it's easy to do.
I'm
though.
just going
You've
to
gotta
watch somebody just
get the
build this
codes.
amazing settlement and then walk up and go, all right, mate, just click the button.
I
Yeah.
did like the look of a lot of the monsters in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, there was like
I
a
thought it
giant
was
sloth,
really
a bat
cool, yeah.
creature.
Mm.
It's like after watching this, I am far more interested.
Yeah.
In
Then
like when
online
everyone,
Rust,
when
right?
when everyone was talking about Rust and Daisy and stuff, I was like, okay, but
Looks
now
beautiful.
after seeing it and getting a 20-minute breakdown of exactly what it is, and I enjoy. Like the fact that Todd was saying that it is softcore survival. That you can play solo, you can play with others if you want, but like people who want to play their Bethesda games as a single player shouldn't be deterred either.
I don't know.
It's-
It doesn't sound like my Fallout.
Not my Fallout.
Not my Fallout. Not,
Okay, it's my Fallout.
not for me. Yeah, you
Okay.
like it, which means I won't like it.
Yeah, right. That's probably spot on.
That's the rule.
But no, like, yeah, I think it's going to be take it or leave it. I don't think I don't know. Like, if you play online games, I think you're going to love it. If you like your single player, I don't think it's going to be the same kind of experience. Just like
But there
you
is,
can play
like he did
Tesso
mention, there are
online, right?
quests and there are,
But
I think the way he sold it wasn't necessarily like it was an MMO or anything. I thought
it
it
feels
was.
like one to me.
Do you think?
Yeah, a little bit.
Perhaps. But it is out on the 14th of November, 2018, and there's also a beta coming as well.
Yeah, did they
at
mention
some point? Which
yeah.
what did it stand for? Break it.
Break it early. Test.
technical
Something. Yeah.
assessment?
The crowd enjoyed that gag anyway. So.
Went over our head clearly.
And the 6 regions as well are called Toxic Valley, the Forest, Ash Heap, Savage Divide, Cranberry Bog, and the Mire. And there's a Power Armor edition as well. Which did we get
A fucking map.
And a glow in the
Glow-
dark.
Glows in the
map.
Glow in the
fucking
dark, man.
I was
It's
like,
so fucking cool.
he was so excited about it glowing in the dark, which
The
to
crowd
me,
were as well. They were
Yeah.
hooping and
"Woo!"
hollering.
But
And
like that, to me, that's not an advanced technology. So
No, yeah.
do you not miss having those stars on your ceiling? You know, when you were 8, 9 years old.
I
They
mean,
were-
in
they
the
were
home I grew
enjoyable.
up in, they were still there. So I'm like,
Oh, lucky.
Tell you what,
I'd love them. I'm going to have to go to the pound shop and pick some up.
I'd wear the shit out of this helmet.
I wouldn't if it was
Do
the
you get
same
the helmet?
quality as the Pip-Boy that came in Fallout 4.
Do you actually get the helmet?
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke.
No.
This
Holy
is
shit! And it's
like-
wearable.
this is the new Pip-Boy.
Yeah, but the Pip-Boy was shit.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
do you
but
remember
like
the
it's
Master
obviously
Chief
going to
helmet?
be shit. It's a special edition or
I
whatever.
couldn't get that on
You
my
get
head.
it on your head. No.
There was a Master Chief helmet many years ago, and they said it was wearable. I couldn't get it on my fucking head.
All right.
Well, they said it was
like
wearable.
this big, wasn't it?
No,
Maybe if it's for a baby's
Dean
head.
can get it on his head.
Baby Chief, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
Stick it on a kid's head, it doesn't come off.
Maybe you wear it like a cap,
Fucking Jesus.
just on the top of your head.
Then we got an announcement of Fallout Shelter coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. No!
But not
Like,
Xbox.
tonight. It's already on
Yeah,
Xbox.
tonight.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
It was like-
Yeah.
Wasn't it like,
So yeah, that's
Years
out
ago.
on everything now.
Yeah.
I think he mentioned there was 120 million people played it or
Which is
something.
more than
Yeah, but
every
how
other
long?
game.
For like
Yeah.
3 seconds.
I started playing it on
Yeah.
Xbox, just putting it on in the background
Yeah.
while I was doing other stuff, and then I got killed by a load of death blows
Yeah,
and shit.
you
and
have to
then
watch it.
I lost like
Yeah.
100 people. I was like, for fuck's sake. So I've never gone back to it.
I played it on my phone for a bit, but yeah.
Okay, so the more people you have as well, it just screws you over unless
Yeah.
you kind of. This is like really nerdy now, but you have to put lifts all the way around the
Yeah.
outside of your thing to stop the mole rats coming. Because when you've got like 75 people, the mole rats come and they just decimate everyone.
Yeah.
Good little tip for
There you
PS4
go.
and Switch players there.
Yeah, there you go. Just lifts down the sides and down the bottom. Costs a lot, but you
Yeah,
know.
it works with the Joy-Con
Joy-Cons,
motion
doesn't it?
controls and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Then we got a new Elder Scrolls game. The Elder Scrolls Blades.
Yeah.
So this is a phone game. I think it was just iOS. I don't think it was coming to Android.
They
Well-
specifically mentioned iPhone 10, but they did say they want to bring it to as many platforms as
They said
possible.
everything.
Yeah, so
didn't
at
they?
the very end, they were like, yeah, we want to bring it to consoles, PC,
VR.
VR.
But,
we want to do a Skyrim on this,
VRs
effectively.
as well, right? It was like mobile VR and high-end PC
Yeah,
VR.
so they want to bring it to everything.
Yeah,
And it's free.
yeah, I'm bothered.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Like
it
the
was fine.
But the
Yeah.
way they were building it, like, he was spending quite a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, you can play it in portrait mode, or as Todd likes to say, meeting mode.
I could also, Todd made a masturbation joke.
Did he?
Did he? I missed that.
Because he said you can play it in portrait mode because you never know when you'll need a hand free. And then the audience laughed and he was like, I meant for holding a cup of coffee, you degenerate.
Oh,
I
yes.
was
That's
all
right.
right.
Wow, we're
That's
doing
right.
wanking jokes at
I think it
E3
must have been
now.
masturbating at that time.
That's the line we've reached.
Then, yeah, what else was in that? I mean, it looked alright.
It was like it's built for mobiles that you can play it where.
Oh yeah, there was a town building mode
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
There's three modes. So there's the Abyss mode, which is like a kind of
roguelike, was it?
no, it's more of it's a dungeon. It's like a never-ending dungeon, sort of an arcade mode. You just have to like see how long you can survive this dungeon. There's the arena mode, which is like the arena in the main Elder Scrolls game. So it's just it's kind of PvP fighting against other players. And then there's, they said the main mode was the town mode, which is where you are a member of the Blades and you've been exiled and you come back to your hometown and find it's been destroyed. So you build your town again and kind of customize it, and you can visit your friend towns and, you know, mobile game.
But you said that they said it's come to PC consoles,
Well, yeah.
so like
It's kind of
But
de
the-
rigueur, isn't it?
the
Building
core-
stuff in
Yeah.
Bethesda games these days.
But the core of it is clearly based on it being a mobile game.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But as Dan Webb astutely pointed out, how do you pre-order a free game?
I think I went into a bit of a rant. I think at that point in the, when I was just typing, I was just like, "Fuck it!"
I
don't know, like-
It just
I'm not
means it'll
sure.
download without you having to ask for it to
I
download.
guess.
That's
But
it.
it's weird. That isn't like an order. Like that's a purchase, right? So,
Well, not necessarily.
well, I think if you look in the dictionary, then I don't know. But I just find that weird. Like, why would you pre-order a free-to-play game?
Because loads of people will have picked up their phones immediately and gone, I want that. And then it's basically so they have the biggest numbers they can on
yeah.
their launch, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's
it's
weird.
still
I
odd.
can pre-order free games, whatever.
Dan, whilst that was, as I said, I gave you some plaudits there for that wonderful observation. Before, in the pre-show, you said, right, and I put my full trust and faith in you, right, in every decision I make in life. You said that Bethesda don't release new games, right? No new franchises, no new IP, no new series.
Can I just
Never,
point out?
ever.
The first thing they said was, we've not released a new IP in 25 years. So, like that, I'm only 25, so in my lifetime.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, Starfield.
Yes.
As we mentioned beforehand, that is the first Bethesda franchise in 25 years. All we got was
Wholly original.
Yes, all we got was a minute-long trailer that showed a sort of a space station thing, and that was it.
Yeah.
And a logo and nothing more.
It was weird because I was like, yay, and then I was like, oh, we still don't know anything. But it's coming before another game.
Do you play as that orange cat who doesn't like Mondays?
Rich, I was wondering who was going to be the first person to make the Garfield joke. And I'm just so happy it's you.
I didn't even
Who
think
else
of
was it fucking gonna be though?
Yeah, like what?
Thank you,
what?
Rich.
Yeah.
You are my Starfield.
Well, we were telepathically thinking about it.
Lasagna DLC for Starfield. We can only hope, or maybe Arlo might
Co-op
be
mode
involved.
with OD.
Or OD.
Yeah.
Who's Arlo? What am I thinking of?
Isn't it John Arlo? Is that his name?
Is that his
There's
name?
John
is it?
Arbuckle.
Oh,
Arbuckle.
Arbuckle. So
Right.
you were close.
Yeah, in and around.
Arlo.
So
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know. We
everyone.
don't know much more than that really, and that was it.
That was it.
So that was cool. Yeah, it was very good.
So-
No, that wasn't it. Then we got some orchestral drums and shit, and we got like a camera panning a glorious, luxurious. Thank you for adding the effect. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got
his wish.
I did. I got more than my wish,
lovely
right?
little thing here. Look at
Now,
that now,
right.
and we got Elder Scrolls 6.
Do any Elder Scrolls nerdlingers know where this is?
Yeah.
Someone
Where's it?
will be after figuring it out.
No, you can't fucking figure it out from that.
You might. Some Elder Scrolls nerd might.
It's Cyrano.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done.
There you go.
It's not. You know.
Somewhere in Tamriel.
Yeah.
Very, very,
It's
very.
Tamriel. It's Tamriel, mate.
Very sure.
Confirmed.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, how long was it, Dean? What was it?
36
Nice.
seconds.
36 seconds.
And like 6 of those are just the logo just at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
So you know what?
we don't even have a subtitle. We
No.
don't have a date. We don't have. That is when Skyrim was announced. I'm sure announced with the 11/11/11 date.
But it is
And we-
happening.
But it's happening. Yeah, there is confirmation. At
And they
least.
did specifically say that Starfield was out before Elder Scrolls 6. So
Did they?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, 100%. I think I wrote that down, didn't I?
Maybe you did.
Oh, that was an autopilot mode.
So they're making a lot of
yes.
stuff,
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
are.
aren't they? Making lots
New
of
IP?
stuffs.
New Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
new Fallout.
Well,
Well, not even mainline
New
Fallout.
Wolfenstein, New
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like
Resero.
Bethesda press conferences go, like
Mm.
you couldn't ask for any more, could you?
It was a good one. It was much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Not Xbox, Microsoft good.
No.
I don't
No.
think. Not
What?
as exciting, but good. Weird. Definitely the weirdest so far, and had the most banging tunes.
Yes,
So-
that
Yeah,
is true.
true.
We got. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that in the Prey trailer. We got some fucking Pete Burns.
Yeah.
We did.
did,
we
yeah.
did,
Which I
we
was
did.
overjoyed with. So, let's score it then, I suppose. Rich Walker, what did you think out of 10?
I think an 8 because, like you said, it wasn't quite as exciting as the Xbox One, but it did deliver almost everything we wanted, if not everything we asked for. Right? The only
Okay.
thing that was missing was a Dishonored thing,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else was there. Yeah, solid 8.
I'm going to say 7. I thought the pacing of the narrative was a bit off. Had quite a rocky start.
It's like you're reviewing a game.
That's the joke.
I know, Alice, we explain jokes over here. We've
It was
explained that
literally
joke.
rocky, rock genre.
Yeah. Some really interesting disconnects between the music and
Yeah.
the
Audience.
the audience and the content. But yeah, little bit weirdly up and down. I felt for me. I know you liked that, but I think it was a little bit unbalanced, and also too much Todd. I know we had a lot to say,
It was the
Not
Todd
enough
show,
Todd.
wasn't it?
but it was the
Oh.
Todd Howard hour. It was like Todd Howard
It
live at the
was, yeah.
Apollo.
We didn't mention the little Tim Willits and Big
Yeah, we
Tall
did,
White
we
Oh, we
did.
did,
Yeah,
Rich.
You
We
weren't
did,
here
Rich.
for that.
Oh, I don't
fuck's
know,
sake.
do I?
Dan Webb.
I'm going to give it a 9. Because Bethesda only has like, I don't know, like let's say 8 IPs, and they were all out except for one, plus a new one, plus an Elder Scrolls. Like they couldn't have done any more. There were some shit bits in there, but they have to show off like the stuff that we're not interested in, but them as a company.
Of course, yeah.
So, as in, like, they did everything they could. They couldn't have done anything more except for a new Dishonored. But like, the kind of the trilogy has finished there. So, I don't think they could have done any more. Well, they could have. They could have got rid of Andrew WK. I know you two are going to hate me for saying that. And they could have just got rid of like the little bits in between. Like, I think they spent a little bit too long on like Tesso and things like that, which is why it's not 10. But they did everything else.
I think I would probably be sitting on a 7. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it, but it was very up and down. But like I enjoyed the deep dive into Fallout anyway because it confirmed it confirmed what the game is, and I don't know. But with an Elder Scrolls, I would have personally liked maybe a little bit more than just a logo.
No, I just wanted the logo.
Even, I don't know, coming 2020, something would be nice.
Well, I think it's
and like
to compare
Starfield
them.
again was literally a logo. Like it's great to get those announcements, and I suppose exciting, you know, that we have these new things coming from Bethesda, but still something a bit more concrete would be nice. Like even Doom as well, like Doom Eternal, great. But, and it also, Rich Walker had a wonderful, at the time what we thought was a great gag, but upstairs what was actually an All Saints gag. You would love the Eternal.
I buggered it up.
Yeah, but you listen, you tried.
I tried.
And people in the office appreciated that.
Thanks.
So yeah, I would probably sit on a 7, I think. Producer Dean, what would you rate the Bethesda press conference?
I would give it, I'm between 6.5 to 7. I think, like, there was quite fun. Well, you know, Fallout 76 looks interesting. I'm kind of intrigued by it. The teasers look interesting. A lot of the conference was just me like, "What? I'm tired and bored. I want to fall asleep now." Like I think a good like 20 to 30 minutes was Fallout 76, or like
I'd say about 20.
That was when I actually woke up. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But before that,
it was quite teaser heavy, wasn't it?
It could have maybe been a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
As a showing.
But I think we're comparing it to Microsoft. Microsoft was just like...
But they had like 50 games, so yeah.
Plus they're a platform holder. So if you actually looked at Microsoft's press conference, probably 15-20% of those were actually their games. Whereas the rest were everybody else's. So it's like Bethesda doing a conference and going, yeah, let's get Assassin's Creed in there just to fill in the gaps. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would be amazing.
So good.
It'd be brilliant. But like, because I think Bethesda have got like a great slate of titles and they just showed them off today. So, but Microsoft was fucking outstanding. But I was quite harsh on it because they didn't show anything new.
They could have had a really tough one as well because think how good 2017 was for Bethesda.
Yeah.
So they really had to bring it, and I feel like they kind of did.
Yeah, no, most certainly. Producer Dean, what are people saying in the chat? How did they enjoy the Bethesda E3 showcase?
It's kind of all over the place, really. We've got Mozilla Games saying 5 out of 10. And then it comes back saying, I think my low score comes from sleep being deprived of sleep. Being deprived of sleep.
Soon.
Like literally about an hour.
We've got 4 out of 10 from Sue on the Resero Twitch stream. 4? Yeah, 4 out of 10. Pretty low one.
We're the positive.
Wow, I doubled that. Like, I had both of their scores put together.
1 8 out of 10 Dark Side from the Video Gamer YouTube stream.
So it is a little bit all over the place.
It is, yeah, it is all over the place.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's really all the scores I can see. Koza was on board with me. The conference had a cringy start, they said. Which, I mean,
I totally agree with that.
It seems like it's maybe dependent on how much you like Andrew WK, and obviously.
So what happens we enjoy Andrew WK.
Well, no, because I hate him, and I gave. Well, I don't hate him, but I'm not a fan, and I gave the top score.
I was gonna say I was proud of us for having good website parity because we were of a similar score, and you guys were of a similar score, but then Dean fucked it. So
like, I don't think Dean's given anything above a 7 in his life. Every time we like, Dean, what's this score? 6.5.
I'd give.
He's just so cynical.
Oh,
and
maybe
He's
no.
the
I was gonna,
opposite
I
of
was,
all
I was
other
gonna
game
say I'd give the
shows.
Microsoft conference an 8, but no, I wouldn't. I'd give it a 7.
So,
Yeah.
do you remember when we asked Dean to? Dean was doing some like reviews and stuff. It was kind of like a writing exercise, and Dean reviewed Wolfenstein. Yeah, it's great, mate. Loved it. 6 out of 10. It's like, what, Dean?
I didn't love it. I thought it was good. I think I stand by it being I stand by Wolfenstein being a 7.
No,
like
no.
I thought like I'm just like I was
I can
into it.
understand that. I can
No, I
accept
can't.
that.
No.
What?
No regrets.
Rich can't. But like each to their own, and like I was just, you know what I mean. I was so happy that we got a logo. That's all I wanted, just a logo.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Like I said, that would have been a 10. But then Andrew WK.
I honestly didn't
-1 point.
expect that. I honestly didn't
No, I
expect
didn't.
Elder Scrolls 6.
I was
so
more.
it
I was
you know,
surprised
no
that they announced
surprise.
Starfield, yet alone that and Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
So, no.
It was quite a funny bit because I tweeted from the VideoGamer account that we did really enjoy Andrew WK genuinely because he's great, and someone was like, "Is that sarcasm?" And I was like, "No, Andrew WK is great. He's a treasure." And they were like, "Oh, I hate him."
he's a very divisive character,
Isn't
isn't
he
he?
just?
Oh, do you know
I
what?
didn't realise
I
he
can
was
take
so.
him or leave him. He seems fine.
He's just
He's
a
like a
he's a
nice
nice
performance.
gentleman.
He's a nice young man.
It was
yeah.
very energetic, and I felt like it was a nice way to start.
At this
the
time of the evening,
Yeah.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
Everyone's flagging a bit. It's
picked
like,
us
"Oh,
all
come
up,
on,
yeah.
everyone." It was, yeah.
You know, it
Good-
was good.
good for
It was
him.
good. So that was Bethesda's E3 2018 showing.
Can we watch the Cyberpunk trailer before we
We
wrap up?
can. We watch that when we go off the air. So we will be back tomorrow, starting at I believe 5:30 p.m.
Not 5.
I don't think so. I thought we were saying 5:30.
Oh,
for Square Enix.
Yeah, so for the first party stuff tomorrow, the third party stuff tomorrow, we're going to do a half-hour show at the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
Because it's harder
We'll try
to
and
talk
tighten
for
it
an
up and make it
hour.
less
Yeah,
rambly.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
But,
know. Maybe you like the Bon Jovi bits.
yeah, but for
Oh, yeah, can we get that
Sony,
video again?
Sony,
Will start an hour beforehand.
yeah,
But
even though they have announced pretty much they're only really doing
that
four
is true.
main
We'll do
games.
more Bon Jovi bits. It'll be enjoyable.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
a bit
it'll
of
be the last
Kingsley
one.
on.
It'll be like fucking 3:30 in the morning. We'll be delirious.
Yeah.
Like,
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, our first showing that you'll be able to see will kick off at 5:30 BST, whatever that is in your time zone. And that will be Square Enix's press conference that kicks off at 6. And then there is Ubisoft, which is 9 off the top of my head.
So we might be live constantly
Yeah.
for like 6 hours tomorrow.
Potentially. And then Sony's is on at
2.
2. So yeah, we'll start an hour beforehand.
2, and that's like 2 hours till 4. We'll be done by 5 tomorrow.
Yeah. That's
my
something to
goodness.
look forward to, isn't it? So yeah, thank you very much for watching us this evening. We'll be back tomorrow. You're all lovely. Which camera am I on, Dean? I'm on that one. And yeah, we'll see you then. From me, Colm Ahern, Dan Webb, Alice Bell, and Rich
Bye.
Walker, and Producer Dean in the corner.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very
See
much,
ya.
and we'll see you
Bye.
tomorrow. Goodbye.